Have you ever gone for a job interview and then while you're doing that interview and they're telling you about the company, they're letting you know, like, for example, here at this company, we're family, we take care of each other, we look out for each other, we have each other's back. But then once you get the job and it's about 6 to 8 weeks in, you realize that there's no such thing that exists at that workplace, and it's just another spiel that was given to you, and you're pretty much on your own. There's no family, there's no unity or anything like that. It's just doing a good job of doing your job, collecting your pay and go home. I think he is realizing that about the industry, because in one of his most recent posts, he's apologizing to Jay-Z. And not only is he apologizing, he's basically saying, he thought that in the industry he had family, but now he's realizing that that didn't exist. He says, I'm sorry, Jay-Z. I be feeling bad about my tweet, but I still feel I gave my life to this industry and thought so many people were my family. But when I needed family on some real ish, none of these rap ninjas had my back. Now, end of year's comment right there. Now, I don't know in terms of what sense he's saying that none of these ninjas had his back, because you guys know that it was only a couple weeks ago that he spoke out about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's kids, basically saying that they have become retards through artificial insemination, basically. So after he said that, he said he wasn't going to apologize to Jay-Z, not until Jay-Z helps him with his custody battle with Kim. He then also accused Jay-Z of owning his masters, and at which, Charlemagne the God said he got the information from good source that Jay-Z is not owning any masters that, for any of his work, basically. However, Ye owns masters for Big Sean, I believe, is the artist. So after, that was revealed, he basically said that he doesn't know about those things. He doesn't know about that part of the industry, so he wasn't aware. But then many people started asking, how do you say something that you're not aware of? And I'm going to tell you why he said it. He said it because Azalea Banks has always been trolling Ye, dragging Ye, and calling Ye bitter, saying that Ye is just bitter because Jay-Z is holding on to his masters and not giving them up. So that is where Ye got that from. Now, I know that many people may want to know, why is it that Ye doesn't know more about his business? The thing is that Ye is not well, and that's just the truth. And when he's in a good frame of mind, he really tries to detach from his past. Just based on my observation, it seems as though he has so much hurt from past events and, happenings in the industry that whenever he's good, he tries to detach as much as he can. But it seems as though no matter how much he tries to detach himself, there are things from his past that always comes back to consistently haunt him. However, I'm not saying that, this is an excuse for him to speak bad on Jay-Z and Beyoncé's kids, because it's no excuse. Those things are never ever good to speak bad on innocent children. But also at the same time, what do we know? What can we say about what Ye has said that makes a lot of sense? Well, when he said that he thought the industry was about family and the guys would have his back, and he's realizing that the guy doesn't have his back, and he's just there. Basically, he's just saying that no matter what I'm going through, I don't feel like I have a support system. I believe that is what he's saying. But I believe that Ye has true friends, and I do believe that he has ruined a lot of his friendships whenever he's unwell and how he goes about doing things, because even most recently, if you notice how he's basically created his hit list, who he hates and why he hates them. And these artists haven't said anything bad about Ye, but Ye convinced the public that these people have been using him, and while that could be half true, I know for a fact that Ye has really good friends in his corner. So, it is really bad that he still has good friends but feel this type of way. Again, make no mistakes. These things definitely happens in the industry, and it happens more often than how it doesn't happen, because we've heard so many artists saying the same things on a daily basis. They're learning and they have realized that you can't trust anyone in the industry. They'll tell you that they're family, but when it comes to time for people to truly show that they're with you, you will find out that those are the individuals who have been stabbing you in the back. So I definitely understand what Ye is saying, and I do believe that because of how he was treated, because I definitely believe that Jay-Z and Beyoncé used Kanye. Now, I know that many people may say, oh, they don't see things that way, and that is okay, because we're not cold statistics. We should not all be on the same wavelength in terms of some discussions. Once we have respectful difference of opinions, I believe that that is a good thing. Once we're not being rude and abrasive to each other, I do believe that that's a good thing. But I'm going to say that Ye should have realized that Jay-Z was not his pal, as he thinks he is, the moment that Jay-Z could not even show up solo at his wedding. Okay, Beyonce didn't want to come because Kim is a clout chaser and Kim loves to manipulate people. But I believe that at least one out of the two couples should have been there for Ye on a special day. It doesn't matter how long the marriage is gonna last, because I believe that the main aim should be about supporting your friend. Even if you told your friend, you know what, do not get married to this woman. She's a gold digger. She's going to use you and all of that jazz. I believe that a friend showing up is very much saying that I'm going to be here to support you. Even if this woman is going to use you, she's going to have to realize that you're not alone. You have people in your corner. So if she's thinking about using you, she has to think about dealing with me as well, because if she does any wrong to you, she's going to have to answer me. I believe that Ye thought that he really had a brother for life, while Jay-Z was looking, at a friendship that he could gain from. And once the friendship no longer served him, it would be time for him to move on. Ye is not a bad person. It's just that whenever he's not well, he says horrible things on the internet. But in general, and generally speaking, the guy is really not a bad guy. But guys, this is all I want to leave with you for now. Let me know what's your take about Ye apologizing to Jay-Z, because I don't think that this apology means anything to Jay-Z. I don't think it holds any weight or substance to Jay-Z. I think the horse is already through the gate, and Jay-Z is now maybe, despising Ye now more than ever. And as such, I think that, Ye needs to sit and talk to a therapist, talk through these things from someone who can assist him, on a professional level. Ye is saying that he cannot take advice from people who has less money than him. And I think that's a very, negative outlook, because not everyone is, granted with the same opportunity. And as such, whenever an individual is not equally as financially well off as you are, it doesn't mean that their guidance should be cast aside, because chances are, if those individuals were granted with the same equal opportunity, they could be doing far better than you are doing today. So someone's success should not be measured by, just their wisdom. As a individual wisdom It has nothing to do with their finances. Not because someone is not wealthy. It doesn't mean that they're not smart. And it doesn't mean that there isn't anything that you can learn from those individuals. So I'm just saying. Anywho, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what's your take. Remember, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.